touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it.
Alrighty, this one's going to be kind of short and sweet, folks, as it's a good old-fashioned short track bump and bang ARCA race here tonight with the SIGMA ARCA Alpha Division at Meridian, Idaho. One of my really neat to have it available in NR2003. And so here we are starting off with the heat race. One heat race to get the field set for the main event here tonight. We will... Actually, hold tight. Let me do something here real quick. Let us add some extra flair to this because I know the short tracks are already chaotic as it is. Let's dial up that AI aggression to 110% for full chaos factor here tonight.
Favors, touch all your seatbelts.
Should be a good one.
Connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want. Favors, touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections,
Alrighty,
touch your Hans.
so
Make
with
sure you get everything
the
like
starting
you want.
lineup here tonight for the Idaho 52104 52 lap heat race, 5 drivers will make the main event from the top 20 locked in on points. Starting on the front row, it's going to be Kyle Chestnut with the 58 there of Jeff Bolton. Then it is Tyler McCarroll and Santi Messi. Mark Walker and Timothy Buchanan, they're in the good positions right now. These drivers a little bit deep are going to have to fight their way to the front. Mitchell Carter and Alex Prime. Paul Valenzuela and Philip Manning. Dale Bush and Daniel Voiles. Jeremiah Pate and Lenora Hathaway. With Hank Scorpio and Sebastian Galloway Jr. rounding out the field here in this 52-lap heat race to set the field for the main.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Ah yes, good old Idaho, my neighbor next to me in Washington. They've got more racetracks than I do in Washington, so that's kind of the crazy part, is there's so many more tracks in Idaho comparatively to the amount of tracks that we here have in Washington. But nonetheless, still great racing to be had. 52 laps is going to go by in a blur here. Oh, and your leaders are getting into the wall already. They're driving over the top, out of the realm of comfort here tonight. They are just over driving the racetrack a little bit. 58 hit the wall. 85 hits the wall there. Your top 5 transfer spots. Look at that, making some moves. The 49 getting in there. That is Paul Valenzuela on the move. And we're under caution for the first time here tonight. Let us take a gander and see what we're under caution for. Short tracks, you got to be quick. It's definitely frantic and full of chaos around every turn. Oh wow, first lap and they crashed right into, actually that's turn 2 at that point. So Daniel Voil's involved. Kind of a no harm, no foul situation, as it doesn't look like he got too much damage. But he's now at the back of the field and he's gonna have to fight his way through it again. Welcome aboard. Niches, that's definitely a strong suit of YouTube for sure. It's been weird for me. YouTube's actually been throwing in my algorithm like 20-year-old videos, which is weird. I've been getting for videos that I haven't seen since I was a kid on YouTube, so it's kind of wild. The algorithm, God, does some weird, strange things once in a while. Hopefully, tune in. Hopefully you can stick around. It's a short track racing action here in NASCAR race in 2003, offline simulation of the game. It's been a series that we've hosted for about 20 years now. It's the game's crashing. No. Okay. Well, that happens too. Only one thing to do to fix that, and I think we don't need double file restarts. I think I've figured that out with NR2003 not to actually utilize better cautions to its full extent. We'll still utilize it to avoid actually sort of don't need better cautions for any of this. So 52 laps are gonna go by quickly if we can get it going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disable yellow flags unless we really need it for the full ARCA Chaos mode, because that seemed to be a bit of a hindrance there on this initial start. So let us roll back into this insane craziness.
Make sure you get everything like you want it.
It's the only time where I totally let the horses run wild. Because it's ARCA, for one. ARCA is supposed to be the series that's unpredictable, kind of unusual and wild, and so yeah, we're getting full-blown ARCA crazies here tonight. Alrighty, calling the racing action as it goes to 18 there. If Alex Prime gets to the early lead, and in second it's Santi Messi. They're going to hit the wall like we saw in the first running of the race. They keep it clean. The back half of the field also keeps it clean, so we're rolling good here in the second restart of the race. So if you're just now joining, obviously this is the heat race. Your top 20 in points are locked into the main event, and these are the 16 drivers fighting for 5 spots to make the main event tonight. We are getting the wrecks happening in the back half now. Oh, the 88. I feel like a full-blown pause would be necessary here so we don't get too far behind the live action. So what exactly happened? Oh, that was with 5th place. 4th place, Kyle Chestnut. Overdrives it, gets into the wall. Oh, 5 of Santi Messi involved. The 14 with nowhere to go comes barreling in there. That's an end of the day for the 14 machine for sure. And Lenora Hathaway is duking it out with the 18 of Prime. Timothy Buchanan in 3rd, Sebastian Galloway Jr. in 4th, and then up to 5th it is Paul Valenzuela. So no caution, we'll just keep it rolling here. 5 of Santi Messi. Oh, gets into the wall hard. So for the main event, we're going to dial down the aggression. I just figured with the heat race, why not? Definitely a little bit on the wild side. We're getting full-blown ARCA mode here tonight. ARCA 2.0. Whoa, hard hit there. And hopefully that doesn't retire the 39 of Galloway, but he took a hard hit and it keeps on ticking. And he's holding on to that last transfer spot for now, but here comes the 21 of Mark Walker. As mentioned, top 5 make the main event. That's your race leader. Alex Prime from the race lead gets spun out. He spins himself out, actually, clipping that outside wall. Lenora Hathaway jumps to the lead. And this is survival of the fittest, and we're only 10 laps into this heat race. Oh, Sebastian Galloway Jr. clips the wall hard too now. This turned into a bit of a demo derby. Still far from over. Sebastian's just going to try to bring this thing home as well as he can. That's Lenora Hathaway. No, it's Jeremiah Pate. Woofty. Blown engine already. He gets hooked hard by the 33, and that's game over. Somehow, Sebastian Galloway Jr. still running in 7th. Whoa, and here comes a hard charge. He's making his way around the traffic there. And that puts him up into a transfer spot just like that, from 7th to 4th in the span of 1 lap. Alex Prime, your race leader. But here comes Galloway. Ripping and roaring. We're not even halfway. We're only at lap 17 of 52. But you got to give Sebastian Galloway Jr. some credit for surviving and still building on this finish here in the heat race. He has a chance here to knock out Santi Messi from the main event here tonight. Those two have been somewhat of a rivalry. Hooks Paul Valenzuela and then slides up into the track in front of the 58 of Jeff Bolton. Oh, Alex Prime goes for a hard spinner there. Sebastian has to pull off. That car is smoking after the contact. He was up in the top 5, and now he might be retired out of the race here tonight. They're not done wrecking. This has been a wreck fest here tonight, folks. Hard hit. That is with 5th place Valenzuela and 12th place Kyle Chestnut. 39 still on pit road, so they might be able to get it fixed and back out there, but at the moment Santi Messi is running 4th. Mark Walker in 3rd. 2nd place, Lenora Hathaway with your race leader, Timothy Buchanan. 5th place, Tyler McCarroll, about to go a lap down. Those are your drivers in the transfer spots, your top 5. But they're still wrecking and just trying to get this thing home at this point. Look at that, the 39 comes roaring back out, multiple laps down, but he's gonna try. And he needs to hope for some more chaos and carnage to unfold to make it into the main event here tonight, as we're 22 laps from the finish of the heat race here. It could happen. You could have enough people drop out that Sebastian Galloway Jr. could still pick up some spots. One lap down would be the 49 of Valenzuela, the 85 of Tyler McCarroll, who's right there ahead of him, hitting the wall left and right. So the 39 just has to track some clean laps here and pick up all the spots he can pick up, while in the meanwhile maybe even taking matters into his own hands with Santi Messi right there behind him. Whoa, and they're wrecking again up front. This might only mean good news for Sebastian Galloway. Oh, he takes one for the team. Hard hit on the 21. And that 39 looks wounded. He's out there. Oh, wow, that car is not happy. It's not driving like it should. He's going to try to bring it home, but he can't even drive it straight at this point. Yeah, he's pulling it off again. Tough break for the 39 of Sebastian Galloway Jr. It just seems to be a trouble city here tonight. No holds barred shenanigans on full display here at Meridian, Idaho. We will dial it back for the main event as to not just turn a complete and total demolition derby out of this. But the heat race, everyone wanted it just a little bit harder than the last guy or the last gal, and everyone wants it that much harder here tonight to make the main event. The 85 McCarroll pulls off here. Currently Lenora Hathaway, your race leader here in the heat race, followed by the 96. There's like absolutely no one out there on the track right now. 49 of Valenzuela goes for a turn. And here comes Sebastian Galloway Jr. Against all odds. He's still out there turning laps. He might be 7 laps down, but he's going to try to pick up all the spots he can before this thing is done and over with. Meanwhile, Lenora Hathaway, her car looks pretty darn clean. Just like that. 39 must not be tracking laps or something. He should have been by the 85 and the 88 by now, especially since the 85 is retired. There we go, up to 10th. He's still got 5 more spots. He needs 5 more retirements, basically. And there's still, yeah, basically 8 cars on the track. So it's running out of time. Lenora Hathaway, she's only got 2 more laps to go. The 06 is retired. Honestly, at this point, all he needs is 3 more spots for Sebastian Galloway Jr., but I think they're going to force retire the field. No one's going to be able to complete their laps if Lenora Hathaway gets the checkered. 1 more lap to go. Sebastian's going to climb up to 8th, it looks like. Just not enough time to get through this chaos storm that has brewed here at Meridian. Lenora Hathaway gets the win here in the heat race. The 49 of Paul Valenzuela brings it home second. The 5 of Santi Messi bringing it home third. The 96 brings it home fourth, and the 18 brings it home fifth. Those are your 5 transfers as we only have. So right there, finishing the heat race, Lenora Hathaway, your heat 2 laps down. Santi Messi, third, 3 laps down. Timothy Buchanan, fourth, 4 laps down. And Alex Prime, 4 laps down in fifth. We'll have traditional yellow flags enabled. Go in and add our roster for the main event. So kind of a last minute promoter's decision here. We're going to go ahead and drop Alex Prime, since I do believe Alex Prime left the server, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't he or not? No, he's still in the server. Never mind. Alex Prime is in. Never mind. Which driver was it that left? I could have swore we had a... Oh, Miko Kunes left the server, that's right. Yep, so our top 5 is set. That is our main event here at Meridian, the ARC Alpha Division. Taylor Courting, Alex Prime and Lenora Hathaway, Astra Atlas and Caden Unji, Matthew Hill and Wormy Wormington, Paul Valenzuela and Jimmy West, with Chasey Plays, Timothy Buchanan, Blake Williams, Kyle Ottawa, and Jonathan Sheridan. Your entire lineup here in the 25 car main event. 104 laps the distance from Meridian, Idaho. We'll try to watch from the perspective of the spectators here today, as that seems to give us a better perspective of all the racing action.
Get your radio on over there? Yeah, 10-4. You hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Here we are, rolling here tonight.
Oh yeah, I got you loud and
The
clear.
big main event. 12 seconds is the average lap time around this race circuit. Currently, Sarah Robert up at the lead. It's a gal fight at the front with 35 of Cassie Perkins right there as well. How about Derek Hipcam in the picture there, up to 4th? This is a much more calm, calculated, short track start here, as your heat racers definitely push the envelope a little bit, but here we are rolling into a good race here tonight. Good battles throughout the field early on in this one. No worries about fuel mileage, as obviously this is a short track, 104 laps the distance. It's just a good old-fashioned short track bump and bang fight to the win. Sarah Robert, your race leader at the moment. Followed by the 15 of Milano Grimm, and Derek Hipcam's worked his way up to third here. Impressive start to the night for him. They're battling for fourth. Derek Hipcam under attack by the 83 there of Steve Miller. Steve Miller makes the move, and here they come. Miller takes over that position. Your leader's driving away from the rest of the field at the moment. Sarah Robert off to the races here, leading. And before long, she's probably going to be dealing with lap traffic. Not too much longer, and it'll be a factor. Definitely going to take scoring some time to catch up here at times. It's usually, they're actually going a lap faster than what the ticker shows you. Ticker rolls by pretty slowly up above, so. But the lap reads out pretty slow, as it says lap 12 and they're on lap 13. It'll say lap 12 for nearly half the lap before it recycles. Jimmy West with the fastest lap at a 12:9.95. Oh, Sarah Robert kisses the wall, drives in a little too hot there, and that might open the door for Milano Grimm to start catching up to her. Milano Grimm in second, Cassie Perkins in third, Steve Miller in fourth. Barry Earwall with the fastest lap in the race. You know very well he wants to go do the double here tonight, winning both races. He's got his work cut out for him, as he's all the way back in 13th at the moment. Derek Hipcam just turned the fastest lap of the race. Here comes Barry Earwall making a move on Montana Holyfield for position there. Then you have your points leader, Marcus Shields Kelly, right ahead of him, and Jimmy West. Santi Messi trying to rack up some points here tonight. Some big names missing the field, obviously. They're going to be hurting for points, not getting it here tonight. Sebastian Galloway Jr., definitely one of those drivers already deep in the points as is, but he didn't need another thing to knock him back even further out of the points conversation. Milano Grimm rim riding there, driving on the outside, carrying that momentum. Sarah Robert leads the race, but she's catching up. Oh, and we've got our first wreck, our first caution of the night, and our leaders are heading right into the mess there. So let's see a replay on that one. That's Astro Atlas and Lenora Hathaway. Hathaway gets in and bam! The two gals connect there, unfortunately, and collects the 49 of Paul Valenzuela as well. So first caution of the night. No double file restarts, as better cautions is a surefire way to make the game crash on any given short track. So no reason for it, because it usually just creates more cautions on a short track such as this one. We'll get back in racing pretty shortly here. Sarah Robert, your leader, over Milano Grimm. And the 35 of Cassie Perkins, Derek Hipcam there in the top 5. Steve Miller in 4th. Caden Unji also in the top 10. laps remain here. Derek Hipcam with the fastest lap time so far. Lights are off on the pace car. They're getting stacked up for the restart. Pace car pulls off and the green flag waves again. Here we go. Sarah Robert leads them into turn 1. Milano Grimm's right there in her peripheral. But here comes Cassie Perkins making a move for second right there on Milano Grimm. That's for position. Up to second comes the 35 of Cassie Perkins. And then look out, folks, the 26, Derek Hipcam on a move as well, trying to get into the picture. He's up to 4th. Here he is making a move on Milano Grimm for 3rd. They go drag racing down the backstretch. Short track racing at its finest. So much close quarters combat throughout the field here. And lap traffic factors in with the 51 there of Blake Williams as he's going a lap down. That is Sarah Roberts. One thing she didn't want to see is more lap traffic to slow her race pace down. Mad kudos here to Derek Hipcam, a top 3 run from that 26 machine. We haven't seen him run up front much lately at all. So for Derek Hipcam to have a good showing here tonight definitely shows some great promise for the rest of the season on him. Battle for the lead brewing. That is the 2 gals fighting for the win here tonight, Cassie Perkins and Sarah Robert. Sarah Robert racing for North Central Texas Motorsports, otherwise known as the team of Brian DeBlanc. That 79 Golf Ford Fusion. It's not the Mustang, it's a Ford Fusion, the Gen 6 NASCAR ARCA cars. Hipcam losing some ground now as Miko Kunez works his way up to 4th there. Milano Grimm in 3rd. Derek Hipcam on the defense pretty deep now. He's under attack by Matthew Hubert in the 7 machine. Still a lot of racing to unfold here tonight. We're only 38 laps in of the 104 lap main event. 66 laps remain. The battle was brewing up the front with Cassie Perkins catching up to Sarah Robert, but she's starting to stretch it back out. Miko Kunez works his way up to 3rd here. Could be in the conversation shortly for the lead trio. She has put together another good charge here, closing in on the leader. Derek Hipcam losing another spot as Steve Miller gets by to put him back to 7th. Santi Messi and Marcus Shields Kelly battling it out for 8th and 9th. Your points leader, Marcus Shields Kelly, picks up a spot there into 8th. And here comes Miko Kunez, trying to get 2nd place away from Cassie Perkins. That 13 machine looking stout. It's an LFG Motorsports Chevrolet, that number 13 machine of Miko Kunez, putting together a good charge here tonight in Meridian. Whoa, there you go, right there, makes the move, gets inside of the 35, has the momentum, has the advantage. Miko Kunez goes to second place. Now the 15 of Milano Grimm making the move on the inside. Cassie Perkins dropping backwards. And we're under caution for the second time here tonight. It involves the 34 of Chasey Plays, whom actually left the server here today as well. Chasey Plays gets into Taylor Courting there on the transfer of... And that was all brought upon by Montana Holyfield spinning out the 34 of Chasey, and Taylor Courting with nowhere to go around the 34 gets collected in it. Now, no wave arounds because those that are a lap down were all involved in the wreck, so. Halfway now, 52 laps in, 52 laps to go here for Meridian. Alrighty, we are just about ready to go back green in another lap. Lights are still on the pace car. We've spent 10 laps under caution, but the lights will be going off now and we'll be back and rolling here shortly. It's been mixed up with some very good racing so far here tonight. Not too crash filled, not too crazy, pretty standard short track racing in its own. Standard 2003 rules apply here. Lap down traffic starts on the insides for the restart. We're back and rolling. Miko Kunez now set up with the task to try and get around the 79 of Sarah Robert. Good opening there. The Miko Kunez machine right there on the inside. Sarah Robert goes high and she blocks the advance from the 13 machine. Miko Kunez takes the top spot away from Sarah Robert as he is your new leader here on lap 59. Gave him kind of a bump and nudge. Fighting for third. Derek Hipcam in the picture now, fighting for a good finish here tonight. Gets around your points leader, Shields Kelly in the 74 machine. Now with that, he's got his sights set on Sarah Robert, who he's been trying to work around all night long. That 26 machine has struggled to get around the 79, but she's already shown some glimpses of weakness here tonight as she let that 13 machine get around her. Two cautions here tonight. Just a little bit over halfway now. Derek Hipcam stringing a line of some pretty good laps here. He's catching up to the back of the 79 Sarah Robert in hopes of finding his way around that 79 car. Welcome. You're tuning in just at the right time. You're running in third, my dude. Third, not bad at all. Another caution. Here we are. That's a good thing. These cautions have helped the 26 machine get up into the fight for the win here tonight. So stay out of trouble, though. That's definitely not ideal. But our third caution here of the evening comes out. Let's see what was the cause for caution. See something in the distance. Oh, the 08. Ooh, must have been a mechanical failure. No, he got spun. Okay. So 08. Jimmy West gets turned by Blake Williams there. And then they were at risk of going a lap down, so that's why it was so slow getting back and going. Whoa, what's going on here now? NR2003, yeah, there we go. Okay, back around, lead. We are in full ARCA mode right now, folks. Into the strange aftermath of a field not sure what to do with themselves at the moment. They're not sure whether to stay out or pit. I've never seen this as a problem before, ever. This is not normal. Well, we're stress testing some tracks that typically probably never get stress tested in NASCAR Racing 2003. And this is by far the weirdest glitch I've seen ever. Somehow our leaders are going to rejoin the race here. Like they didn't even skip a beat, but they put everyone a lap down in the process of it. Half the field a lap down. But they're gonna all restart on the outside here. The game didn't crash, amazingly enough, but the AI just do not know what's going on here. There's still a shining glimpse. Hopefully. Well, we're back and rolling, and I think it's going to come down to your trio. It's still your three-dog fight for the win. Here comes Derek Hipcam up on the inside for second place. He's been trying to get around Sarah Robert for quite some time, and there he is getting around the 79 machine. Finally, taking as long as it did to get around Sarah Robert. Now he's up to second. He's got his sights set on the race lead with 26 laps to go. Fastest lap in the race for Derek Hipcam. Miko Kunez defected from the server, left us, and yet still racing in the field here. I guarantee you, losing the race to someone that's no longer on the server would stink to high hell for anyone that finishes second here tonight. You got Matthew Hubert, who's 21st, one lap down in between the two of them. And 23 laps to go, so there's a lot that can pan out here. But Miko Kunez has the advantage at the moment. Matthew Hubert closing in on him, running some quick laps here. If that 7 machine of Kunez gets on the inside of Kunez, this could definitely help the 26 of Hipcam close the gap down. And Matthew Huber is turning some fast laps, faster than your race leader. Miko Kunes is in trouble. And that's a lap car in the mix. That's crazy to say that a lap car is actually putting up a fight to your race leader at the moment. If he shuffles Kunes to the high side, that's going to open the door for Derek Hipcam. And look at that. If I was Derek Hipcam, I would just kind of settle in line and let these two race it out in front of him. Don't try to push the envelope yet. Let the 7 machine do the work for you. And with 18 laps to go, it's definitely going to have to come down to making the move sooner than later. And Derek Hipcam, it might be a bait and switch. You might pull the trigger on letting that car do the work for you, or get it into overdrive and make it happen yourself. Sarah Robert in 3rd. 4th place, Caden Unji. 5th place, Kyle Ottawa. 6th, Marcus Shields Kelly. Not looking like a whole lot of drama for your race win at the moment. Lap traffic's nowhere in the picture. Laps to go. And at the moment, short of a miracle, maybe a caution or something, it's looking bleak for the 26. Oh, and there's a caution. We got another wreck. Our flagman's sitting on that caution. I don't know why he didn't throw the caution there. It didn't help really much of anyone. Actually, it hurt the 26s. They have slow car on the inside. And it seems like no caution, as crazy as that is. I wish we could throw the caution for that, dude. What the heck? There, we got a caution. Okay. Okay, so we got 10 cars back on the lead lap. We have green-white checkers enabled here tonight, so if need be, we might go into overtime. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get back and rolling under regulation. It'll be about 3-lap shootout as Miko Kunes leads them to the restart here. Derek Hipcam in second. It's going to have to be the restart of a century for the 26 of Derek Cam to actually make the move here and get the win. He's under attack by the 79 of Sarah Robert. That does not help his case by any means. As the 13 starts to drive it away, Sarah Robert makes the move on the inside, side by side for second place. She's up one spot now as Derek Hipcam drops back to third. Kate Nunji in fourth there, knocking on the door of a podium finish. 2 laps left to go. White flag waving this time by. 1 more lap to go. It's official. No matter what, no green-white checkers here tonight. Sarah Robert is trying to run down the 13 there of Miko Kunez, but she has no more time. Miko Kunez gets the job done for LFG Motorsports Chevrolet. Sarah Robert and Derek Hipcam bring it home on the podium, with the 12 of Kate Nunji bringing it home fourth. 5th place goes to Kyle Ottawa on the 80 machine. So I can already confirm this track's going to need some AI modifications to make it run a little bit smoother next time. That was definitely unusual behavior from the AI to stack up like it did and not know what they're doing. But it's a wrap here tonight. Your race winner, Miko Kunez in the 13 machine. Might have to send them a digital message directly and inform them of their race win now that they're no longer on the server. I'm sure they'd be happy to find out that their car ended up with a win even after their departure. So race 11 of 27 in the books for the Sigma ARCA Series. That was the Alpha division here tonight.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?
Well, folks, that is a wrap here tonight for the Sigma doubleheader. ARCA and trucks in the books, and then we've got Cup tomorrow night with the potential for a doubleheader with Bridge to Cup to follow shortly after that. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Glad that this ARCA race was quick and rapid. That gets me closer to bedtime here, and I'm sure it's right at about bedtime for just about everyone else that's stayed up late to watch these races here tonight. Better late than never, I always say, or I would like to always say. And we got them in, so we're back on schedule. We'll be back at it again tomorrow, hopefully to get stay on top of schedule, and then I'll try to find more time to work on building my own tracks, my own track that I'm working on right now within the next couple weeks. So hopefully all have a great night. Stay safe out there. Have a good night's sleep. We'll be back at it tomorrow with the Cup Series. Hopefully you can tune in and catch the action. It'll be a little bit sooner than what tonight's was. So thanks again, everyone, for the support. We'll see you in the next stream.